Do you ever find a little harder to remember names or where you left your keys? It's a common worry as we get older. But what if I told you that groundbreaking new research shows something as simple as visiting with friends and family could delay the onset of dementia by an average of 5 years? It sounds like a bold claim, but it's backed by incredible new science, and it reveals a powerful truth. Keeping your mind sharp doesn't have to be a chore, and you have more control than you ever thought possible. That feeling of your mind not being quite as quick as it used to be is something many of us face in our golden years. And the fear that these small memory lapses might be a sign of something more serious can be a heavy weight to carry. But the science of brain health is going through a revolution, and the news is incredibly positive. We're learning that the brain isn't some static organ that just wears out. Instead, it's a dynamic, living network that can change, adapt, and even grow stronger throughout our entire lives. Scientists call this remarkable ability neuroplasticity. Think of your brain like a muscle. Just like any other muscle in your body, it gets stronger with exercise. When you challenge it, give it new tasks, and provide the right fuel, it responds by building new connections, strengthening the ones it already has, and becoming more resilient. This resilience is what's known as cognitive reserve. It's like building up a savings account of brain power that can help you navigate the challenges of aging with clarity and confidence. For too long, the story around cognitive decline has been one of fear and feeling like it's inevitable. But that story is changing. The latest research is proving that simple, enjoyable, and easy-to-do habits can make a profound difference in your daily clarity, your memory, and your overall mental sharpness. This isn't about complicated programs or miracle cures. It's about empowering you with practical, science-backed tools that you can start using today. In this video, we're going to walk you through 10 of the most powerful pillars for enhancing your mental sharpness. We'll explore fun puzzles and games that act as a workout for your mind, simple lifestyle adjustments that fuel your brain for peak performance, and a single most important habit that new research says can profoundly protect your cognitive health. So, if you're ready to stop worrying and start taking active steps toward a sharper, clearer, and more confident future, you're in the right place. Let's begin. If you remember just one thing from this video, let it be this: meaningful social connection is one of the most powerful brain exercises on the planet. We often think of brain health in terms of solitary things like puzzles or reading, but a wave of recent research is confirming that interacting with others is a full-body workout for your mind. A groundbreaking 2025 study from Rush University followed nearly 2,000 older adults and made a stunning discovery. The most socially active individuals developed dementia an average of 5 years later than the least socially active. Let that sink in. 5 more years of cognitive health, tied directly to visiting friends, joining community events, or even going to church. The study found that frequent social activity was linked to an incredible 38% reduction in the risk of developing dementia. So, why is being social so powerful? When you have a conversation, your brain is firing on all cylinders. You're listening, processing information, accessing memories, reading body language, and forming your own thoughts into sentences all at once. It's a complex mental dance that strengthens the very parts of the brain responsible for thinking and memory. Loneliness, on the other hand, is an enemy to your brain. It's a major risk factor for cognitive decline, often leading to stress and depression, which can harm brain cells. The good news is that the solution is usually joyful and life-affirming. Here's how to put this pillar into practice. Schedule your social time. Treat coffee with a friend with the same importance as a doctor's appointment. Plan a monthly potluck or game night. Join a group. Find a club centered around a hobby you love, like a book club, gardening society, walking group, or volunteer organization. Shared interests are a fantastic way to build new friendships. Embrace technology. If getting around is a challenge, use video calls to connect with family. Seeing their faces stimulates your brain far more than a simple phone call. Engage in your community. Attend local events, take a class at a community center, or join services at a place of worship. These activities give you a sense of belonging and routine social time. Remember, it's not just about being around people. It's about meaningful interaction. It's the conversation, the shared laughter, and the feeling of connection that builds up your brain's resilience. Prioritizing your social life isn't just good for your soul. It's one of the best things you can do for your brain. Building on puzzles, our next pillar adds strategy, unpredictability, and social fun. Games. Card games and board games aren't just for fun. They're complex mental gyms that sharpen critical thinking, memory, and decision-making in a dynamic way. Take card games. Even a simple game of solitaire is an exercise in planning. But games like bridge, poker, or hearts, especially with others, take it to another level. You have to remember which cards were played, track suits, figure out what your opponents might be holding, and constantly adjust your strategy. This requires a high degree of mental flexibility, the ability to adapt your thinking on the fly. Studies have shown that strategic card games can significantly boost attention and memory. Then there are classic board games. Scrabble is a phenomenal workout for your vocabulary and creative thinking. You're not just finding words, you're analyzing the board for bonus squares and using defensive strategies to block opponents. And of course, there's the king of strategy games, chess. Chess is the ultimate exercise for your executive functions. To play well, you have to concentrate deeply, recognize patterns, and plan moves far in advance. Research has even suggested a link between playing chess and preventing dementia, as it forces your brain to practice in-depth calculation over and over. The benefits of these games are even greater when played with others. The social interaction, friendly competition, and shared laughter all tie back to our first pillar, helping to reduce stress and feelings of isolation. Here's how to integrate strategic play into your life. Start a game night. Invite friends or family over for a weekly or monthly game night to combine strategic play with social connection. Join a club. Many community centers have clubs for games like bridge, chess, or mahjong. It's a great way to find new playing partners. Go digital. If finding in-person partners is tough, countless websites and apps let you play against people from all over the world. Teach a grandchild. Teaching a younger person a classic game like checkers or chess is a fantastic cognitive exercise. Explaining the rules forces you to organize your own thoughts. Playing games is a powerful declaration that mental growth doesn't stop at a certain age. It's a fun, engaging, and science-backed way to keep your mind flexible, strategic, and sharp. There's a beautiful concept in brain science called cognitive reserve. Think of it as your brain's built-in backup system. Every time you learn something new, you're not just gaining new information. You are physically building new connections between your brain cells. The more diverse these pathways are, the more robust your brain's network becomes. This allows your brain to find alternative routes to access information, helping it compensate for age-related changes. The single best way to build this reserve is to be a lifelong learner. Learning a new skill is one of the best ways to build these new brain connections. When you challenge your brain with something it's never done before, you force it out of its comfortable routines. This stimulates the growth of new brain cells and connections. The key is to pick something that is both challenging and interesting to you. Consider learning a musical instrument. This is a remarkably complex task for the brain. It involves reading music, listening to pitch and rhythm, and coordinating fine motor movements, strengthening connections across multiple brain regions. Or what about a new language? This is another heavyweight brain exercise. It challenges your memory with new vocabulary and improves your executive functions as you practice switching between languages. You don't have to become fluent. The very act of trying provides immense benefits. But lifelong learning doesn't have to be so formal. It could be anything that sparks your curiosity. Take up a new hobby. Try painting, pottery, gardening, or woodworking. Creative pursuits have been shown to have long-term brain benefits. Become a student again. Many local colleges and community centers offer courses for seniors. Online platforms also offer thousands of free courses on every subject imaginable. Become your own expert. Pick a subject you've always been curious about: the Roman Empire, astronomy, the history of your favorite sport, and learn all you can through books, documentaries, and podcasts. Embrace technology. Learning to use a tablet or smartphone can be a great cognitive challenge. You can learn to video chat, manage photos, or use brain training apps. The process of learning, the struggle, and the small breakthroughs is what builds your cognitive reserve. By stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing the role of a student, you're actively investing in the long-term health of your brain. Mid-roll call to action. If you're finding these pillars for a sharper mind helpful and empowering, please take a moment to click that subscribe button below. We're committed to bringing you the latest science-backed information to help you live your best life. And by subscribing, you won't miss a thing. Your support helps us create more content just like this. Thank you. And now, let's get back to our next crucial pillar. We've known for decades that physical activity is essential for our hearts and bones. But one of the most exciting fields of modern research shows an undeniable truth. What's good for the heart is spectacular for the brain. Regular physical activity isn't just a healthy habit. It's one of the most direct and effective ways to boost your memory, improve your mood, and protect your brain from decline. Here's what happens inside your head when you get moving. Physical activity increases your heart rate, pumping more oxygen-rich blood to your brain. But it gets even better. Exercise also triggers the release of a molecule called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Scientists sometimes call BDNF miracle grow for the brain. It helps existing brain cells survive and encourages the growth of new ones, especially in the brain's memory center, the hippocampus. This isn't just a theory. Regular exercise has been shown to improve memory, enhance attention, and even increase the physical size of the brain's memory centers. Plus, it's a powerful natural tool to fight stress and low moods that can cause cognitive fog. The wonderful news is you don't need to become a marathon runner to get these benefits. The key is consistency. The Department of Health and Human Services recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity a week. That can be broken down into 30 minutes 5 days a week, or even 3 10-minute walks a day. Here are some excellent, senior-friendly options. Brisk walking. Simple, free, and incredibly effective for getting your heart rate up. Dancing. This is a fantastic dual-task exercise. It combines physical movement with the mental challenge of remembering steps and moving to music. It engages multiple brain regions at once. Tai Chi and yoga. These mind-body practices are excellent for improving balance, which helps prevent falls, and they also reduce stress and improve focus. Swimming or water aerobics. The water is very gentle on the joints while still providing a great cardiovascular workout. Gardening, digging, planting, and weeding are good moderate physical activities that also offer the mental health benefits of being outdoors. The most important step is to just start. Find an activity you like, ask a friend to join for extra social benefits, and make it a non-negotiable part of your week. Every step you take is a direct investment in a sharper, clearer, and healthier brain. Just like you put the right fuel in your car, choosing the right foods is critical for keeping your brain in peak condition. The field of nutritional neuroscience has exploded, and one of the most powerful findings is the mind diet. It's a way of eating specifically designed to nourish the aging brain, and the results are astonishing. A landmark study found that people who followed the mind diet closely cut their risk of Alzheimer's disease by up to 53%. Even those who followed it only moderately saw a remarkable 35% reduction in risk. The mind diet isn't a complicated plan. It's a set of principles focused on eating more brain-protective foods and less of the foods that can harm it. Here are the 10 brain-healthy food groups for your grocery list. Leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, and lettuce are packed with nutrients linked to slower cognitive decline. Aim for at least 6 servings a week. All other vegetables. Fill your plate with a rainbow of other veggies at least once a day. Berries. Blueberries are a brain superfood, but strawberries and raspberries are great too. They're rich in flavonoids, which can help improve memory. Try for at least 2 servings a week. Nuts. A handful of walnuts or almonds 5 times a week provides healthy fats and vitamin E to protect brain cells. Olive oil. Use this as your main cooking oil. Whole grains. Oatmeal, quinoa, and brown rice provide a steady supply of energy to the brain. Aim for at least 3 servings a day. Fish. Fatty fish like salmon and tuna are rich in omega-3s, which are critical building blocks for brain cells. Try to eat fish at least once a week. Beans. Lentils and all kinds of beans are rich in fiber and protein. Include them in at least 4 meals a week. Poultry. Chicken or turkey, not fried, are good lean protein sources. Aim for 2 or more servings a week. Wine. Research suggests 1 glass of wine per day may be beneficial, but this is optional and something to discuss with your doctor. Just as important is limiting the 5 food groups that aren't great for the brain: red meats, butter and margarine, cheese, pastries and sweets, and fried or fast food. And here's a fascinating twist from recent science. While the Mind diet generally suggests limiting cheese, a 2025 Japanese study found that even modest weekly cheese consumption was linked to a lower risk of dementia. The theory is that certain fermented dairy products might contain beneficial compounds. It shows the science is always evolving, but the core principle holds true. A diet based on whole, plant-based foods is a winning strategy. Finally, don't forget to sip water throughout the day. Dehydration can cause confusion and memory problems. We often treat sleep as a luxury, but for your brain, it's an essential maintenance period. Getting enough high-quality sleep is a non-negotiable pillar for memory, clarity, and long-term brain health. During the day, your brain produces waste products. Fascinating research has uncovered the glymphatic system, your brain's dedicated cleanup crew. While you're in deep sleep, this system kicks into high gear, flushing out toxic proteins that build up during the day. One of these is beta amyloid, the protein that forms the infamous plaques in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. Not getting enough deep sleep hinders this vital cleaning process, allowing these toxins to accumulate. But that's not all. Sleep is also crucial for locking in memories. During sleep, your brain replays the day's events, transferring important information from temporary storage to the long-term memory bank. This is why a good night's sleep helps you remember what you learned the day before. The CDC recommends that adults get at least 7 hours of quality sleep per night. Many seniors struggle with this, but focusing on good sleep hygiene can make a huge difference. Here are some practical tips. Stick to a schedule. Go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing ritual. In the hour before bed, wind down. Read a real book, not on a bright screen. Listen to calming music or take a warm bath. Optimize your bedroom. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Your bed should be for sleep and intimacy only, not for watching TV. Watch what you consume. Avoid large meals, caffeine, and alcohol in the hours before bed. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy, but disrupts sleep quality later on. Get morning sunlight. Exposure to natural light shortly after waking helps set your internal clock for the day. A crucial warning: be careful with sleep medications. A 2025 study highlighted that reliance on certain prescription sleep aids is linked to an increased risk of falls and cognitive impairment in older adults. These medications often don't provide the deep, restorative sleep your brain needs. If you have chronic insomnia, experts recommend cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBTI, as the safest and most effective long-term solution. We've covered activity, nutrition, and rest. Now we have to address one of the brain's biggest enemies: chronic stress. Living in a state of constant worry takes a serious toll on your brain. The good news is we have a simple, ancient, and science-backed tool to fight it: mindfulness. When you're chronically stressed, your body is flooded with the hormone cortisol. High levels of cortisol can damage cells in the hippocampus, the brain's memory center, leading to memory problems. Mindfulness is the simple practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It trains your brain to step out of the cycle of worry. By focusing on the here and now, you can trigger your body's relaxation response, lowering cortisol levels and creating a healthier environment for your brain. Research shows a regular mindfulness practice can increase gray matter in the brain, improve attention, and reduce feelings of depression and anxiety. And getting started is easy. Here are a few simple techniques. Mindful breathing. Find a quiet place to sit. Close your eyes and just bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air coming in and going out. When your mind wanders, gently guide it back. Start with just 3 to 5 minutes a day. The body scan. Lie down comfortably. Bring your attention to the tips of your toes. Notice any sensations. Slowly, move your attention up your body, section by section, all the way to the top of your head. Mindful moments. You can do this anytime. While washing dishes, feel the warm water on your hands. While drinking your morning tea, notice the warmth and aroma. These small moments break the cycle of stress. There are also many great guided meditation apps and YouTube videos to help. By adding a few minutes of mindfulness to your day, you're actively protecting your brain and building a more resilient, focused, and sharper mind. This next pillar might not sound as exciting as learning a new language, but it's incredibly effective. The principle is simple. An organized environment leads to a less cluttered mind. By creating simple systems and routines, you reduce your brain's cognitive load, the amount of stuff it has to juggle at once. This frees up mental energy for more important things. Think about how much mental energy is wasted trying to remember where you put your keys or if you took your medication. These small moments of forgetfulness are frustrating. That's why the Mayo Clinic and other health organizations recommend simple organizational strategies to support memory. Creating a routine puts a task on autopilot, freeing up your brain power. Here are some powerful habits to build. A place for everything. Have a hook by the door for your keys. Have a tray on your dresser for your wallet and glasses. When you always put things in the same spot, finding them becomes an automatic habit, not a memory test. Use external tools. Don't rely on your brain to remember everything. Use a large calendar for appointments. Keep a notebook for your to-do list. The act of writing something down helps you remember it. Master the list. Never go to the grocery store without a list. This simple habit prevents you from having to hold a dozen items in your head while navigating a busy store. Single task. Multitasking is mostly a myth. The brain is just switching rapidly between tasks, which is inefficient. When you need to focus, turn off the TV, put your phone on silent, and give your full attention to the task at hand. By implementing these strategies, you're not giving in to memory challenges. You're making a smart, strategic decision to support your brain, reduce daily stress, and free up your cognitive power for the things that truly matter. We've now explored 9 powerful pillars for a sharper mind. But the final, and perhaps most important, secret is this. The real magic happens when you start combining them. This is the principle of synergy, where the combined effect is far greater than the sum of its parts. Your brain loves it when you engage it in activities that check multiple boxes at once. These multi-domain activities create richer neural activity, building that dense, resilient web of connections that is the very essence of cognitive reserve. A recent study specifically highlighted that combining activities like diet, exercise, and social engagement can significantly improve cognition. Think about how you can weave these pillars together. Instead of just walking, pillar 5, call a friend and walk together. Now you're combining physical activity with social connection, pillars 5 and 1. Invite family over for a night of healthy snacks and a strategic board game. You're combining strategic play, social connection, and a mind diet, pillars 3, 1, and 6. Learn to cook a new, healthy recipe once a week. This combines lifelong learning, the mind diet, and can be a social activity if you cook with a partner, pillars 4, 6, and 1. Sign up for a group dance class. This is an ultimate synergy activity, blending physical activity, lifelong learning, social connection, and a musical challenge of rhythm, pillars 5, 4, and 1. Start a small gardening club. You get physical activity, social connection, mindfulness in nature, and you can grow your own leafy greens for your mind diet, pillars 5, 1, 8, and 6. The goal is not to be perfect, but to be consistent. Every time you combine these pillars, you're sending a powerful signal to your brain to grow stronger, stay sharper, and remain resilient. Conclusion and call to action. We've covered a lot of ground today, and the most important message is one of hope and empowerment. Keeping your mind sharp in your golden years is not passive. It's an active process, and you are in the driver's seat. You have the power to build a more resilient brain. You can do it by challenging yourself with a puzzle, learning something new, nourishing your body with healthy food, getting a good night's sleep, and most importantly, connecting with the people you care about. These are small, consistent, and often joyful habits that, when woven together, create a powerful defense against cognitive decline. Remember, the brain is like a muscle. Use it, challenge it, and fuel it, and it will serve you well for a lifetime. We'd love to build a community of lifelong learners right here. In the comments below, please share your favorite brain-boosting activity. Is it a daily crossword? A weekly game of cards? Your tip might be the very thing that inspires someone else. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel for more videos dedicated to your health and well-being. Finally, if you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with a friend or family member. Because as we've learned today, helping each other stay connected is one of the best things we can do for our brains. Thank you for watching, and here's to a future filled with... Thanks for watching. Hit the bell icon for the daily updates. Please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends.